Hello, doing another VOD review. This one is for a Platinum Ana player. They said that they played pretty well this game, but still lost. They said that they play a pretty aggressive Ana playstyle, and they're not sure if that holds them back. Um, we'll have a look and find out, I guess. But I mean, Ana is definitely a playmaking support hero. Ana is capable of taking off angles and getting one nade can just like turn a fight if you hit the right targets at the right time. But obviously, if you just sort of throw nades sort of willy nilly, not sure if that expression is known internationally or not. But for without reason, just kind of throwing it just because, and it hits somebody, you're like purpling someone that no one's shooting at is usually not that helpful. But let's see how we go. The only thing I'd say so far is that if you're planning on playing an aggressive off-angling style Ana at the moment, it's going to be hard for your team to sustain on Lucio heals. Your team does have some good self-healing. Oh, that's funny. Everyone on your team can self-heal, which is good. Like obviously Mei Ice Block, Hog Vape, Lucio, Aura, and then fucking what's his name? Emre can use the shift, which gives lifesteal. And this is fine so far. You can't really peek out because you know that there's a Widow looking at this door. Cool. I think we peek at actually the perfect time with the Widow slightly rotated. Obviously, you don't know that because you don't have wireframes, but your team's also engaged, so odds of the Widow shooting you would be relatively low. I think it'd be really good actually if you could try and look for a sleep timing here. I feel like the D.Va's not very focused on you. I feel like although she might eat it with Defense Matrix, the reality is if you can sleep and then Hog can follow up with a hook, which I think he has hook available. Oh no, he just used it. I wasn't looking at that, so maybe it's not the right sleep timing. Maybe hitting the sleep could have saved you, Emre, maybe not. I don't know. There's not much else you could do at the end of that fight. It's just over. Hog's dead. Nice. Good wall from the Mei. And positioning and everything looks fine so far. This is really good going for damage on the Juno. If you kill the Juno, we miss one shot, which is a bit sad, but obviously we can't hit them all. Juno dying then would have completely opened it up to your team, so I think that was absolutely the right play to make. Lucio's kind of low, but he should be fine by himself. He hit the last shot there. I think Lucio's still fine, and we get the D-Mac. Try and juke the Widow shot by looking down, also smart. So you're aware of the Vendetta, which is great. Ooh, close. You try and juke it again. I like this positioning because I think it's showing that you have good awareness, right? Like one, you're trying to depick the Widow, but you're not playing too close to this because you know that the Vendetta was there and you haven't gotten confirmation yet. Obviously, you can't see her like we can now, but you haven't gotten confirmation that the Vendetta has left that area. So you're trying to create space, which is good. That's smart. Now we're getting a bit more confident. The Vendetta is very, very patient. You've heard her walking, great, pinging it. I don't think she can get value on you here. Hopefully Lucio's coming with a boop. Good sleep, good sleep. Very nice, well played. Your Hog dies. Tragic. I mean, ultimately, well played from the Vendetta, I guess, even though she died. Mission accomplished, I would say. It's a bit tricky. I mean, I'm not sure like how your Hog died so quickly. Oh, he gets slept. Antied. At the end of the day, probably you healing the Hog wouldn't have helped him anyway. Maybe a nano to give him the durability, but that's always risky on someone who's about to die. It's a 4v4. I feel like at the moment though, I'm not liking your positioning for obvious reasons, right? That Widowmaker just needs to shift her focus to you. It'd be good to probably just move back just a little bit more to here. Taking like the aggressive and angles is good when there isn't like a one-shot range threat, but I'm worried this is going to go badly for you. Assuming we don't kill the diva, so we're back to a stalemate here. I kind of maybe when the hog died, I would have liked to have seen you rotate around here actually, but I guess maybe you felt that you needed to keep the Mei up. This positioning's okay, but I think with how many people are out here at the moment in the Widow's line of sight, I think like you should probably feel a bit safer to take this rotation across here. And I feel like that would be good. Getting you away from the Ashes angle would be good, I feel. So potentially taking a rotation over there, then you can choose which side you want to peek. I don't think you would get dove by a diva with the current game state. I don't think the diva would be keen to sort of fly over these two players to go for you, because she'd be blocking her own line of sight from healers to do it. It's still a really safe position here though, so it's not a bad place to be. I'm just thinking you might have more playmaking potential on that side. Hopefully Mei doesn't die, Mei lives. Oh, that's the best possible outcome, isn't it? They nano the mech as it breaks. We're kind of going for the aggressive angle again at the moment. We just heard a widow shot and we've just been antied. I'm not sure about this one. You saw the monkey is back because he just walked across your screen. Just because, you know, monkey has a lot more like engagement potential with his leap and that sort of thing, whereas Mei kind of, you know, doesn't have any real movement, right? So although she's got something that she can left click or right click up close, I'm tipping that this baby diva is dead regardless. So I probably would have nanoed the monkey here, but with how things are going, I'm assuming that your team wins this fight anyway. Nice. I like that you're going for damage. Lucio doesn't need healing. He's totally fine. Go for the Widow. I think you tried to shoot the Widow then, or maybe it was the Juno. Either way, it's fine, but I like your shift of target there. I think that's good. Good attempt at the sleep. Nice. I mean, I think you played that fight really well. Like, there was nothing wrong with your positioning. Personally, I would have taken that slight off angle to the left, like I said, but where you played from was safe and good. Nanoing the Mei worked out fine because ultimately it was now a 5v4 with the diva essentially out of the game as baby diva. But I think in general I probably would go for the monkey nano. Nade here would be good. Nice. Should be a kill. Yeah. Very good. Now this diva is just a feeder, isn't it? Absolute feeder. Nice. Go for the sleep. Perfect. Great. Well played. I think positioning through here, target focus, cooldown usage, everything looks good through there. Now to start nitpicking, like, don't, okay. I guess this is okay, but there's no real threat to you, and probably if you push tab, you'd know that they're not on Widow anymore. Yeah, you definitely know, right? Because they respawned as Anran already. I'd be taking this positioning up here instead. You don't want to get caught in the trap of being like the payload princess as Anna, just because you have no mobility. So if the diva or anyone, or the Anran or the Vendetta, does decide that they want to target cart, obviously you don't want to be in a position where you have no movement, no mobility, and bad positioning. So I'd like to see you take this high ground here instead. I feel like you'd be safe up there. Maybe you just like playing around the mega there, but I really think getting on top of that high ground would still be really impactful. Right here, like you're in like execute range from the diva. So if she flies down, blocks your sleep, and then missiles and headshot bursts you, like I'm pretty sure like a competent diva would kill you. Like I would go on you right now as diva. I'll probably walk this way a little bit. So I've got a slightly less of a boosters, but I just boost her in, eat the sleep, rockets, left click, you're dead. Whereas if you're up here, the distance is a lot greater. Like that's still booster range, but you've got a lot more reaction time. You can try and juke her around this cart, this crate, and that sort of thing, right? I don't like where you're playing from at the moment. think this is pretty kiteable. Okay, we decided to sound barrier, and yeah, Ash is AFK, so that's a bit sad. We kind of just like whiff an aid in there, do we? What happened to it? Not sure that there was anything where we threw our nade. Unless it got ate by D.Va. No, there's just nothing there. I mean, sound barrier kind of keeps us alive, but this fight is looking a bit difficult. That's a lot of belief, I think, with the game state. I don't think that there's any chance that I would expend nano there. Like, your hog is going to have to go nuclear right now because you're 2 down. Their health pools are much better than your health pools, and you can see that there's an Ana on the high ground even before you do that. It's like this Ana is effectively untouchable unless the hog hooks it, and I will fucking guarantee that the hog is not going to try and hook that Ana right now. So yeah, not the play. I think if you wanted to try and turn this with the nano, just needed to like find the nano timing on the Ashe just slightly before she died. I think especially if the nano came through as a D.Va engaged, that would just be a great way to bait the D.Va, and D.Va would probably get demeched as a result. This one seems really, really ballsy. We'll see if it pays off. Having said that, maybe it triggers the Vendetta ult, so at least you get a 1-for-1 ult trade. I'm not sure that the Vendetta was going to ult without the nano, but this is just horrific by the Hog right now. Very, very tragic. Well, he ends up getting the mech, actually. That's very surprising. Doesn't matter in the end, I suppose. Wondering, like, has your Junker Queen gone high? Because I probably, during that downtime, as you heard the Queen respawn, I actually probably would have rotated up, but I suppose staying down here is okay for now, because most of your team is down here anyway. Nade on that Juno. Yeah, nice. Good sleep. Oh, tragic, she gets woken up. Mega, mega, mega. Oh, so close. You just sidestepped the wrong way, right? Maybe you thought you were going to like juke her or trick her, but probably would have just beeline straight for the mega. I think you win. I think you live that if you do. I mean, the sleep was good. It sucks that someone woke it up. I think the idea of putting the pressure on the Juno was good. Even though like you couldn't secure the kill, I think it's still totally worth the ante and the shot, because it sort of forced her back a bit. So she's making less of a contribution than what she might have liked to do. Like, she wanted to play in the doorway and your actions forced her back a bit, which is good. I think ultimately it was just an issue of like not grabbing the mega. I think if you grab the mega, you probably live this. Yeah. And I think if you live this, your team probably still wins the fight, or at least prevents the proper stalemate. Because Bob actually went kind of large. At the moment, I think it's just Lucio left, right? Yeah. Yeah. Can't say for certain that like you guys win the fight and make a lot of cart progress, but I think at least you might have gotten a little bit more cart push. Good shot. I like that you're taking the headshot perk. Nice, nice, very nice. I mean, your aim is fine. And I think in general, like, your target prioritization is fine as well, right? So I think where you are right now is good. I wouldn't be trying to get onto the high ground. I would be preemptively... Yeah, here's the sleep. Fantastic. Very nice. May dies, but fuck, I mean, you gotta defend yourself, so it is what it is. Ashe is back. We're looking for a nade in about 2 seconds time, hopefully. So I just saw D.Va use like 2.5 seconds of defense matrix, so I would have been looking for a nade about like half a second ago. I think that there's like a tiny chance she still eats it, but I think probably not, because she just used a lot of defense matrix in a short period of time. You're playing like you're about to nano this queen. This is probably a bit too balls you're walking up. Yeah, I think a bit too much there. You don't really get punished for it because I think no one really looks at you, but it's probably a bit too risky. Like, you know, if you think about like if the Anna has a headshot perk, if she hits you once, Juno hits you once, and Diva hits you, then I think you just die there. Just kind of missed the sleep. I don't think she ate that one right. Is he going to get this off in time? Oh, it's so close. Yes. What a clutch beat. Bummer. The beat was really good, but like even after the beat, like you're still so low. I think you needed to like just back it up into here a little bit, make it harder for the diva, because like if the diva sees you here, I mean obviously you're just like super killable. If you're in here, you always have the option to back up this way a little bit. You might be able to like juke her and just make it a little bit harder for her, right? I think you're just kind of, you get the sand barrier, which is great, but I mean you're still just kind of only have your passive healing, and Lucio is not giving you like amp or anything to heal you, so I think you needed to like rotate a little bit sooner. I get that you probably want to like keep line of sight to keep healing everyone, but realistically you could just keep walking backwards, whereas the mistake is that you walk backwards and you did the right thing up until here, and then at this point you thought, I need to walk forwards again, and ultimately that's what punishes you so hard. You're just a free kill at that point. Going for some damage here is fine. Like you have ult, but you might manage to get a little peek or something. A couple headshots. Good try, good try. It's a very late stagger from that Ashe, unfortunately. It looks like, I mean, you've got a huge ult combo coming up and they don't have a cleanse. So Lucio gets picked. I don't think that one's your fault. He got antied and dove on by Diva. I assume that you're trying to nano the Queen. Queen gets a decent ult off, I think. She only really hits 2, but one of them's the guaranteed kill, so that's good. Playing in here is fine. I think getting in the mix of it there is actually pretty fine, yeah. Get the shot. Nice, very nice. Cool. I mean, mission accomplished from you. Like, you positioned well, you hit the shots that you needed to hit, you got the nano timing. I think it was all good. Yeah, I guess they're probably not going to contest. Oh, very nice, very nice. Yeah, I mean, taking those like little angles and stuff is working out really well for you. I think so far, like, the majority of this has been good. Like, it's been totally fine. I think it's just those little extensions, those little like failures to backstep when you need to backstep that get you picked. I think those are the things that like held you back on this second point push. I think there was probably 2 fights there that your team, it's not guaranteed to win, but probably has a significantly higher chance if you just position that little bit better. Nice, nice. Keep it up, nice. That's really good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with like taking the damage shots there, right? Your team's full health, it's no problem. Your team's got cart heals, it's got Lucio's passive heals. Very nice. This is always a tricky point to push as Anna, because it's like, where do you want to position from? You could take this high rotation and go up here, but obviously if you do that, then you need to be really careful, because if anyone pushes you up here, like, you're now isolated, right? Down here on the point, it's not like a terrible position, but obviously you have really limited like notice periods of anything coming down on you, right? Like, you need to react and hit that sleep or those shots really, really quickly. I think hugging around like these doors is often better. So like right now, or rather not right now because the fight just ended, but like you'd probably be looking to position from here, I hope, or otherwise the other door. You're looking for damage at the moment, which is fine. There's pretty much no threat of you dying because they're still respawning. Slight threat now because you took a headshot, but you de-peek it, and that's good. So I'd like to see you get off the cart now and probably like play back here a little bit more. Yeah, you can still see pretty much everything that's happening from back here, but you look a lot safer. If the Vendetta comes in, you've got a choice of either carting back and taking the 1v1 or walking forward back into your team and getting pills from them. You're pinging that, thinking that she's there, but she is not. Alright, you know now. I mean, you react pretty quickly and you hit the shots, which is good. I don't think you can move that one. Yeah, bummer. You know, I think if we like look at what happened there, like the Vendetta, like you thought the Vendetta was up here, I think, or you were pinging something up there, but she was here, right? So she drops on your head. You hit the shots, which is great, but then you end up getting caught out by the bomb. You know, again, I think if we're playing like this safer position here, obviously we can easily line of sight that bomb, and we also have like more notice from the Vendetta. If you're playing here, you probably would have actually seen the Vendetta, whereas from down here, obviously it's too high up, you can't see it, right? So I think just thinking about those little positioning things is good, especially against their comp, because it's very dive heavy. Like three of their players just want to collapse on you and kill you. They might sometimes go for other people, but like if they have an equally good choice of you or anyone else on your team, they're always going to choose you because you're the highest value kill as the main healer in this setup, right? You also have no mobility, whereas everybody else has mobility. So weird Bob. It doesn't look like we get a touch. Oh, Lucio just not quite. Not quite. I was thinking D.Va would just boot them back anyway, but yeah, shit. That's a bummer. Only like optimization there might have been swapping Juno for speed ring out of spawn, or otherwise Lucio going speed and then you speed ringing after. I get that you have ult, so there's like a temptation to stay on Ana. I probably would have stayed on Ana too, to be honest. Just hope that my Lucio could touch. My Lucio didn't really do a rollout, did he? He just kind of. I mean, not really. I feel like the Lucio definitely could have touched. Especially like he just wasted time going for that. I guess he saw the Vendetta and was like, no, thank you. But yeah, your Lucio should have been able to touch, realistically. There's plenty of time. Oh, too far. Let's go back a little bit more. So what's our opening positioning? Nice safe corner, that's good. I'm not standing in the middle where the Mei is, waiting to see if they have a Widow or not, which they do. Still good safe positioning for now. If the Vendetta goes on you, you've got plenty of notice. Right, we can now see the Widow. I mean, generally speaking, like in like high ranks, you don't usually like fight very hard for this bridge section. Like it's just too attacker favored. Too many like really good imposing high grounds, and it's really hard. Like you can't have your whole team stand up here. This is just like a delay strategy, and then you take back, and then the real fight sort of kicks in, like like around like this area, right? So the side fight happening here or here, and then the main fight happening here. Ideally, like you're not taking fights here, but I do see this a lot in like medal ranks and that sort of thing, because people think high ground is strong, but realistically, like this high ground here is a lot weaker than like these opposing high grounds over here, and it's just, yeah, it's very attacker favored. So hopefully your team doesn't like hold on to this ground for too long and lose because of it. But when I skipped ahead, it sort of seemed like that's almost what happened. Oh, that sucks. The sleep was so close to hitting. Nade misses as well, but ultimately Vendetta didn't get their engagement timing right, so no harm. Yeah, so I guess like this is why like teams ideally shouldn't like fight and die for that point there. It's just a delay strategy. It's so hard for you to get a good angle to heal people who are like around that corner, right? Like your team just needs to be between these two buildings. Get that kill, nice. I think going for the sleep here might save your Sig. Yeah. I think it's unlikely that the D.Va would have eaten your sleep, because I think that they're so locked in on trying to kill that low health Sig. I reckon there's a high chance that you get the sleep off, and then it buys your Sig a couple of seconds of you healing them while the D.Va sleeps, assuming Bastion doesn't wake them up. In terms of that fight, I don't know that you could have positioned too much differently. Realistically, like, you need to keep some degree of line of sight to your team, and your team just took a fight in a bad position. Alright, so Lucio goes for the last second touch. We hit a pretty good nade. So I guess like you didn't really have the angle yet to heal them. And the only way you could have healed them would have been to like shift over to here and look down, because you can't actually see the Sig from there, or otherwise drop down, and dropping was suicide. I think realistically it was a bit of a Hail Mary touch that was probably never going to succeed. Wait, you get the D-Max somehow? That's crazy. Steve is such a feeder. Sucks you guys lost the point, but at least you essentially got a free ult out of them without you guys investing anything. This feels like risky positioning. I mean, in an ideal world, you would start rotating over this way. I'm not sure if you have heard or have any concept that the Vendetta is there, but knowing that there's like a Genji still around here, like, okay, he's quite hurt. I mean, I'd be worried about him coming up over here. Also, again, like the D.Va just has bad target prioritization, because if the D.Va's seeing your shots going down to the Sig, D.Va sees what's over there. It's like crazy that the D.Va doesn't just immediately like come up here and put pressure on you, because you're a free kill here essentially. I think it's just poor awareness from the D.Va, and the Genji waiting for heals is what's saving you at the moment. Obviously walking over there, you'd be walking into a Vendetta, but I feel like you're definitely a free kill here, and you're like a maybe kill over there. This sucks. I mean, we haven't really like found a good nano timing yet. I assume that you're trying to nano the Mei right now, and you're just like hoping and praying that she gets out of an ice block. There it is. Yeah, it's a tough call. Like, I feel like it's a wasted nano, right? Because like your team's already 2 players down. They have a nanoed Genji in your face. Like, realistically, the Mei isn't gonna turn this. Mei's not gonna kill 4 people. Even with D.Va out of mech, like the Mei's just not gonna get it done, I don't think, unless she hits a huge blizzard. She'd need to like blizzard all 3 of them essentially. But yeah, it seems unlikely. But I appreciate the idea that like you've had nano for a bit now, and you feel like, I don't want to give up a second point without using nano. But yeah, I guess it's a waste in the end, right? It's just nothing. The Mei can't do it all by herself. Wait, they use that is insane. They just used a Ray. I mean, the enemy team is wasting so many ults as well. Just trying to ego duel the Mei. To be honest, that's probably why you guys managed to hold for another like however many minutes. I don't know, 6 minutes almost. Alright, let's get back to you. Forgot who was watching, sorry. Cool, Lucio needs to be on speed. Oh no, that's your my bad. Confused myself, I thought that was an enemy Bastion ult. Very good kill, very good kill. Positioning is fine now. I think like you wouldn't want to take the solo high angle against their comp, so you wouldn't like rotate up to there or up there or anything like that. I think you do need to stay with your team against this. I don't think you're too far forward or anything like that. I find it interesting that your team has gone D.Va against the Genji and that your team's gone Bastion against Genji and D.Va. I find that interesting. Hit the shot, hit the shot. Oh, nice. You've got a sleep dart. I would fire it in half a second, because you guarantee she's going to stop DMing. Maybe you're holding it for the blade. Very nice. You can live that. Yeah, the DMAC, or remake. Cool. I think you played that pretty well. Like, I guess you were thinking about the blade and sleeping that more than the diva, but ultimately didn't even need the sleep dart for the blade. Cool. With the anti, very good, very nice. Fine, positioning's fine, focus is fine, like you go for damage when it's appropriate, otherwise you're healing. Genji's above you right now, can't see him but can hear him, you're aware, fantastic. Oh, naded your own team. Mei dies for it, that's a bummer. I think you were trying to do a floor nade but just didn't quite aim it properly, so he just managed to deflect it. Need to look at your Sig here. Sig's in a lot of, oh, that's a bit sad. I think that like you were a bit too locked in on the whole Genji situation there. I don't think that the surviving players need a pocket from you. Like I think the Bastion's totally fine here. I think you sort of lost awareness of your Sig for a bit there, which caused you to have to nano him to save him. Whereas he was probably like super savable without the nano if you just started healing him like 3 seconds earlier. And the Sig's kind of just sitting there like, well, not sure I know what to do with this. He gets the kill, which is great because there's a Juno right there, but it would have felt really good to have that ult for maybe the next fight. I don't think you needed it there at all. Still good positioning. So we get it there on a Tracer now. Giving up on the Vendetta. One thing about playing against the Tracer, which I'm sure you're hopefully aware of, is you want to spend a lot less time scoped in, hard scoping, because if a Tracer like sneaks up on you, she can like incredibly easily one-shot you if you're scoped for even half a second, right? Nice. Alright, sorry, it wasn't the Vendetta they gave up on, it was the other DPS. Good sleep, great sleep, great sleep. Even though she gets woken up, I think that sleep was really good. So there's just nothing else you can do at that point though. Does he have a shield? Yeah, but Bastion doesn't play behind it. Sig doesn't quite get the kill before the remake. That's a bit tragic. I mean, to call back to when you nano the Sig, I feel like a counter nano there would have probably saved your team if you didn't have to do the emergency nano on your Sig prior. Even though the Sig ended up killing like 2 people with it, I don't, like it just wasn't a good nano at the end of the day. I feel like she's just trying to bait your sleep dart there. You didn't take the bait, which is good. It's giving a lot of cart push right now, which is a shame. Maze Blizzard got eaten, which is a bit sad. Diva can get D-Max. Great sleep, great sleep. Shame about the sound barrier, obviously, but I guess like Felicio maybe doesn't want to take the risk that you don't hit the sleep. And they're off Tracer now as well, so you're now freer. The only real threat to you is that Diva, which is very telegraphed, or a Vendetta coming from that high ground now. I like that positioning in there. I think especially because they've got a bit more poke, it's not a good idea to keep playing out in the open, whereas you could do that before against their DPS comp. Rotating high. Hopefully your team doesn't get punished for this. It's an interesting time to rotate because the team fight is guaranteed to happen like soon. I think if you wanted to do this rotation, you should have done it a few seconds ago. Yeah. And then you kind of realize like, oh shit, But it looks like your team actually just clutches it and wins the fight without you. So no harm, I suppose. So like, if you want to do that rotation, now's the time to do it. You can't do it in like 8 seconds. Just thinking about it. No, chose not to. Don't like this. I think you're a bit too far forward. You would know that they would have another nano by now. I'd just be worried about getting caught out if you're that far forward, but you're back in a good position now. I think your team just needs to kite back. Bastion's fine there. That soldier is a big threat on the high ground. I think when you're kiting, kite back to here again, like always try and kite back to where you have really good natural cover. From here you can still see the entire team. You know, the issue is going to be if the soldier pops a visor right now and just looks at you, like you have 2 options: hit the sleep or die. Or maybe you can clutch it out and double headshot him before he can kill you, but it's a pretty close one, right? There it is. You haven't reacted yet, so I think that's... Oh, you hit the sleep. Huge. But it doesn't matter in the end. I think he'd already... The damage was done by the time he hit the sleep, right? Like, what were you down to? Like 27 health or something? Yeah, I mean, if he didn't go for you, he would have gone for somebody else, right? But, yeah. You could have nanoed that person, I suppose. But yeah, this is a bit sad. Because, I mean, we hit the sleep and it's great, but, you know, you're now a free kill for that nano diva. Whereas if you had a positioned a bit better, if you're in that side room, if the soldier ults, you can just DP it. You can actually just walk backwards. Or if he tries to chase you, you can walk left and then you've got a chance to hit both a sleep and a nade and you can probably kill him. It's also a bit tragic, of course, that you don't get to use the nano here, right? It looks like there's just no return from here. It's a bit of a shame, but like I don't think we've had a single good nano on defense, right? Like we held nano through a couple of fights at first and second, and then we used it on a hopeless situation on our Mei. Our second nano was on a Sig that was an emergency nano, and it was our fault that he needed the emergency nano because we locked in too hard on killing the Genji, and then because of poor positioning, we're not able to both live or to apply like a good efficient nano now. It's a bit of a shame that tank walks back out on Sig. Like you guys like desperately need to touch. I feel like Lucio has to go for another suicide touch, and I'm not sure if it's gonna happen. I mean, yeah, just a Hail Mary Blizzard. Like obviously at that range, the Diva's just gonna eat it for free. And I assume that there's just a touch. I think unironically, I think the Bastion right now is your nano target because Sig won't get the overhealth from it. Bastion, if he's nanoed, and assuming he has turret form, which I would think he would have because he walked out of spawn, it's like a not zero chance that he can just kill both supports right now. I mean, the Diva is only going to have about 2 seconds of Matrix because she ate up the Blizzard a second ago. The Bastion is really the better target here, but it looks like you're just waiting for the purple to come off. Yeah. It probably wasn't winnable because it's a 3v5, but I do feel pretty strongly that the Bastion was the better target. So our positioning right now is great. So like you demonstrate that you understand the idea of like being in the doorways and stuff, right? It's just sometimes you just choose not to. You've got cooldowns up. I feel like you can save someone right now. Nice, perfect nade. I mean, we actually hit both. Like you can't ask for better than that. Hit the sleep, but yeah, it's a shame. So again, like I don't think that nanoing the Bastion guarantees that you guys win, but I mean it ended up being really close, right? So maybe it does, but really I think this was where the game was lost, right? Having that poor positioning. Yeah. Like you don't need to like look into the future to know that like the soldier is probably going to try and take an off angle high ground for his visor. Like he's not just going to do it on the cart behind the team. So I mean he's obviously either going to go here or he's going to wrap around like the mega pathway and come there. And if you're in here, then regardless of which pathway he comes, like you're livable. So I guess to answer your question of like why did my team lose? Obviously, like it's a 5v5 game. It's not 100% on you, but this is probably like the final straw that broke the camel's back. I think this positioning and this play here. Hopefully this helps. Good luck.